Hello, and let's talk about David Fincher's movie Alien 3. It is assembly cut, and it's not it's not actually movie of that director, of David Fincher. It is movie of producers. So David Fincher has one vision of the movie, but producers, they had other vision, and so they didn't allowed to make to David Fincher the movie that he wanted. So it is not his movie. Well, he had a lot of material. Then these producers said to him, "Go away," and then they finished the movie, and it is very sad. Well, I am reviewing the assembly cut of this movie, assembly cut, that is 1 hour and a half longer than theater cut. Okay, you understand me. Well, talking about the plot. Well, you see, it is very optimistic plot, because, in this movie, our prisoners, let me explain you the setting. Well, it is the prison planet. So you have a lot of people that you don't need, and you send them to that planet where they can live and died. So you send there a lot of people, and we have something like a colony. And then one alien arrived there on that planet, and that alien, it started to devour these prisoners, and our Ripley should to defeat this alien. And you see, our prisoners defeated the alien 2 times, and it is very good that human could defeat the alien, the perfect organism. Well, I think it's a very good idea. Well, talking about that movie, the director cut is half an hour longer, which slows the narrative. So we have 3 acts. The first act is very good. We have Clemens and Dylan, and they are very nice, and Ripley and all the prisoners. I like the first act very much. In the second act, we can see how they are dying, and not a lot of people remains. I don't think that there are a lot of depth in the second act. Clemens are dead, and Commandant are dead, so we don't have a lot of good actors in the second act. But we have Bishop there, and it is good. The third act is kind of confusing and choppy. They just running along the corridors. They want to get alien. They want to get alien into the trap, and I don't think that. It is too confusing for me. In some moments, I couldn't understand what I saw on a screen. And you see, we have some flaws in this movie. First of all, how these carcoons went to the ship. How did they arrive there? It is maybe the Queen in the second movie brought them to the Sulaco. I don't know. I don't sure. They just the director just put these 2 carcoons on the Sulaco. The second, they killed Newt and and another guy. I don't remember his name. Hudson. And the third. Why do they need all this chasing? Well, I can suppose that it would be better if you had, that alien trapped in one corridor. So you see the alien goes to corridor, you can lock the enter and the exile and the door behind and the door in front, and it closed in a trap. Well, this is my answer. So three weak points. And I also want to protect this movie. Well, some of criticism is unfair for me. Well, first of all, they don't have weapons. Why do they need weapons on this planet? Well, for example, they want to rebel. Okay, they can conquer the whole planet. What they will do after that? Well, every 6 months arrives a supply shuttle. This shuttle would not arrive. And it's all. They will die from starving. They just don't need weapon or didn't need weapon because they just didn't have enemies. The sex scene. Well, Ripley is a woman. Well, time to time a woman can want to have sex. And more than this. Well, I mean that she wants to get some information from Clemens, and Clemens wants some information from Ripley. And Ripley offered him sex for the information. A good deal? Well, time to time, old people can make some decisions. The third. The butchering of Newt. Well, okay. Ripley thought somebody on a ship was infected. So she wanted to know who was infected and was anybody infected. And she wanted to butcher the Newt to be sure. The fourth. A colony of religious fanatics in the future. You see, religion and philosophy answer very important questions. Why are we here? What do we want? What can we do? Why we shouldn't do some things? How can we act? And so on. You see, science is just a science. It's just facts about the world. For example, you know that the battle happened 100 years ago. You know that 200 years ago, 2 kings made this decision. Or you know that this king ruled in the 15th century. Okay, so what? You just know facts. You don't understand what does it mean. So you have some people who locked at that planet for their entire life. They would never leave that planet. They would stay on that planet forever. They knew that nobody would come to them. They knew that they are doomed, that the world didn't want to have any common with them. So they choose to believe in God. A very good decision. Religion is a very strong social mechanism, and it can give some important answers to these people. Well, talking about characters, I remember Clemens, strong, tough, and a man with a mind of his own. He was a charismatic actor. It's a shame he died like that, but oh well, it's okay. Dylan's character are also memorable. Well, Dylan, it is a very strong and important leader. He has a lot of inner strength, and he always ready to sacrifice his life for his comrades. he has a little community, and he doesn't think about the world. He doesn't care about the world. The world throw he away, and now he has only his brothers, and he is ready to die for his brothers. And he is strong, charismatic religion leader. So he is a very important and good type of man. Well, music is magnificent. The visual, by the way, is also magnificent. I like all that fabric or plants. Well, I like all that industry. Well, and I like these aliens too. They are just pretty good. Well, you could say that the film explores some other overt religious themes. Say Ripley is the Virgin Mary, who was born immaculately and will give birth to the Savior. And like Jesus, she sacrificed herself to the God of the world and for the good of the world. Overall, we have number 85, who is Judas and who betrayed Christ and then committed suicide. But you see, I don't have the final vision of the editor, and this why I don't quite like this explanation. I would like to see the director's cut, that the really David Fincher's cut of that movie. Well, because okay, so if this alien is Jesus Christ, so how it wants to save the world? Or if Ripley is Virgin Mary, so why does she kill this Jesus Christ? Well, this alien, you have some questions here. Or maybe if it is a community of crimers, so the alien go to them and, well, kill them all just because he is the judge? I don't know. He is a god who will judge us. Well, you see, it's not a bad movie. There is some good in this. But we have some plot holes. How these cocoons go there? Why did they kill Newt and Hudson? These two questions. Then, I didn't like how this Clemens and Commandant died. I want something more. I don't understand references of this movie. And maybe for me it is too much for Ripley. Well, in the Aliens, in the Alien 3, well, she always has a lot of problem, always. And she cannot live freely. It is kind of a depressive movie. And maybe we have some confusion in the third act. And I want something more to the role of Bishop. Well, you see, maybe the problem is the script of this movie. I want to improve this movie, but I don't know how. I don't understand, but something wrong in this movie. Okay, 7 point out of 10. Thank you for your attention.